Optimistic Army Christian Maracle is here, and this is the next part of the storytelling series that I'm doing on my YouTube channel, and this is the one you guys wanted to know. But before I do this, I just want to let you guys know there is, once again, not a reenactment segment, because it would look more or less the same thing, and plus I can't go to Vancouver and back. I'll get more on that in a little bit. But this right here is me talking about the birth of the WWE Sins, and what gave me the idea to do it. So, let's get started, shall we? Let's see, let's go back to January 2015. I was in Vancouver with my parents and my brother and my sisters. I was visiting. My brother and I went to Vancouver to visit our parents and other family members for a little vacation, and during that vacation, the 2015 Royal Rumble took place. And we watched it, we enjoyed it, though there was quite a number of... As we all know, the 2015 was credited as one of the worst Royal Rumble matches in history, and one of the worst Royal Rumble events in history, with the exception of the Triple Threat WWE Championship match. My parents, they didn't really know much about my YouTube channel, but I did occasionally say, oh, I do this, I did a few of these on my channel, I did what Cinema Sins did, I did the Everything Wrong with Movies. And a response I got was, did you ever thought doing one for wrestling? And I was like, no. Nope. Never did. I fast forward about a week later when my brother and I came home. Once again the thought came into my head of, what if I did one for wrestling? What if I did do Everything Wrong with for a wrestling event? So, for the next week, it was more of just a thought. Never really thought I was going to do anything about it. But then, after rewatching the 2015 Royal Rumble event, I thought to myself, you know what? I'll give it a try. See if people like it. Besides, it may be the same format as Cinema Sins, but nobody has done Wrestling Sins before. So, why the hell not? And so that's what I did. I started doing it exactly the same way as I sin the movies, whether it was typing on my pages and watching the video at the same time. Sinning wrestling events was a lot more difficult because, it was not a movie, and I had never done that before, but then again, I had never done the movie sins until a year previous. And so, I recorded the sins for the 2015 Royal Rumble event. I compiled them all together, created the video, Everything Wrong with WWE Royal Rumble 2015, re-looked at it, I liked it, thought to myself, people are not really going to like this. They're more used to me doing the movies that Cinema Sins never did. So I posted it, and I had a few hundred views on this, maybe, 100, 200 views, something like that. But it didn't really go much of anywhere. Eventually it got up to 1,000 views, and then at a later time 2,000 views. But at the same time, it just didn't really go anywhere. So I was after about 3 or 4 months after I saw the video up there, and it wasn't receiving as well as the others did, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. Nope, not going to do it. But then, one day, at the end of 2015, as the Royal Rumble season for 2016 was coming up, that video started getting more views. It suddenly spiked from 16,000 views, and then I got up to 30,000 views within a week. And I'm like, oh, okay, now it's actually picking up. People were starting to say, do more events, do this upcoming year's Royal Rumble, do past events, do a WrestleMania, do this one, do that one. Requests were starting to really come in, and subscribers were really starting to come in. And so I thought to myself, in early January 2016, I'm like, okay, maybe I'll give the Wrestling Sins another shot. It's been almost a year, but I think I can do it again. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The span between the 2015 Royal Rumble Sin video and the WrestleMania 31, which is the next one, was almost a year, 11 months. 11 months span between them, because I had given up before and I didn't really think it was going to get anywhere. But then I decided to go ahead and do WrestleMania 31, which, because it was the previous year's WrestleMania event coming up to this year's, I mean, at the time 2016 was this year, but that year's WrestleMania event. And so, I recorded the Sins for that, posted it. It got a lot of views, and I ended up reaching my 5,000 subscriber mark that I wanted to get to. So I'm like, woohoo! That is great. I got up to 5,000 subscribers, and then I was like, holy crap, people are liking this. They really like what I'm doing here with the wrestling sins, the WWE sins. And so then I thought to myself, you know what? I'm going to keep going with this. I'm going to keep going and see where it gets me. Lo and behold, about 3 weeks later, I got another 5,000 subscribers, which reached up to 10,000 subscribers. And I'll talk more about my spike and my reactions to all that in a future episode, because right here I'm just talking about the birth of the WWE Sins. The birth of the Sins really happened in Vancouver when it was given to me by one of my family members as an idea. Hey, you did movie sins, like, why don't you try one for wrestling? That simple line. And all of a sudden, this existed. And a lot of you guys know me for doing this. And that's what I'm going to continue to be doing as time goes on. And so, there you have it. That right there is the birth of the WWE Sins. It happened while on a trip, on a vacation to Vancouver. An idea sent to me by a family member. And I thought in my head, an 11-month span, but there was an 11-month span between the last two, like the first two, sorry. And nevertheless, there we go. So there you have it, guys. That's how I came up with the idea of the WWE Sins. Also, it's like an idea from a family member, a trip, and the fact that nobody else had done Wrestling Sins before, and I thought to myself, I'd be doing a first on YouTube. So, let's do this. And lo and behold, I'm the Wrestling Sins guy. That's what a lot of you guys know me as now. And I want to say, I thank you for the support you've given me, and as your reward, I'm going to give you back everything that was taken from the terminated channel. Give it back to you, plus an extra more. More sins, more fun, more excitement. 2017 started off as shit for me, but I'm not going to let that stop. I'm not going to let that stop me from being your optimistic leader, no matter what. All right. That's it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed this one. Subscribe for more content. Twitter, Facebook, links in the description. Patreon, link in the description as well. Let's see. In the next couple episodes, I'll be talking about my rise on YouTube, and also I'm going to talk about how I came up with the Psycho Sins, because that's another thing I've been known for. Alright. You guys are my optimistic army, and remember, don't forget, think optimistically.